Your mama must have fucked you all the way up. Okay? I can tell you ain't got no daddy because you got some bitch ass ways. Oh, girl. Okay, girl. Yeah, gangsta boo, honey. Where do they talk to men like this where you from? Because if you talk to a man like this where I'm from, or where anybody else is from for that matter, you might start some domestic violence. You know what I'm saying? Because that is a bit much, and that is like clearly hidden below the belt. When you get into being personal with people, you know what I mean? Bringing down their faults and what you think about, how they were raised and who they are, just like digging into that, cutting into the core of the person. Girl, that you went overboard with that. That's one thing you are not supposed to do. And that, my love, is considered verbal abuse. This is not good. This is just not good. That's wanting to start a fight. You know what I'm saying? Man, bitch, or cow, you gonna start a fight with that one, and you lucky he ain't haul off and do something to you, girl. I'm just saying, cause, you don't talk to nobody like that. I'm not even talking about no fucking man at this point. I'm talking about anybody at this fucking point, Yeah, and then you went all into their raising and who they are now and all this stuff like that. That was too much. You know what I'm saying? You cannot do that. And this is what people do in their relationship, y'all. They go in personally on the person. And that's one thing I don't do. Me and my husband don't do that type of shit because that shit is hidden below the belt. But there's some people, y'all, they go like that in their relationship and they don't give a fuck, But yeah, we don't covet each other. We don't do all that. And yeah, we've been married for 15 years at this point. Yeah, I just would not talk to him like that. And yeah, I didn't need to be schooled on, talking to somebody like that, because I wouldn't want him talking about me like that. If I said something to him derogatory like that, y'all, I would just be waiting on him to say something to me like that. And I just personally wouldn't want it. You know what I'm saying? So that's another reason why I wouldn't do it, because it's not right and I wouldn't want it back. Because we all have something that somebody can say about us. You know what I'm saying? And something that somebody is thinking. Nobody is perfect, looks perfect, acts perfect, none of that shit. So yeah, I wouldn't want it back. And it's just not right to talk to people like that. You don't do that. Like, you even went into, how his raising was, who raised him, and you must be fucked up and weak because of that. Like, are you serious? Y'all, the pastor says, never, I gotta put my glasses on for this, y'all, because I wrote this down and I said, I gotta make sure I don't do no hoeing. Look, pastor says, y'all, he came with the pastor talk, okay? Because, yeah, he said, he told Gangsta Buddhist, y'all, never let someone rob you, okay, honey, of patience and peace, okay? Because when they have that ability to do that, okay, you are no longer in control, okay? Dr. Ish said, let the church say amen. Everybody said amen. I said, no, that's right, y'all. We gonna love hip-hop. Let the church say amen, honey. Amen. Yes, honey, don't let nobody steal y'all peace, y'all. I'm learning that. It's taking me some time, but yeah, we gonna get there, honey, okay? Sassy gonna get there one day. Hey, everybody, it's your girl, Sassy Shantice. I'm coming back with another video. Yes, honey, back with another one, girl. Y'all get into the 7th episode, okay, of Marriage Boot Camp, honey, yes. Y'all, this episode, it really wasn't that much going on. It was a lot of the playing games and talking stuff out. So yeah, it wasn't no drama, and your girl like drama, but yeah, y'all, let's just get into it. So it starts off with, leaving from the last episode, with K. Michelle and Lyrica arguing. K. Michelle asking A1 to come talk to her, in private. And I'm just like, okay, girl, I just don't think that was, any other time is fine. You know what I'm saying? Somebody want to talk to your man, it's cool, But you are trying to talk to the man of the woman that you are beefing with. And yeah, I just don't think that's a good idea. You know what I mean? Like, that just seems like stupid to do, and she's going to get mad. And K. Michelle should understand that. And y'all all know that if Lyrica would have did talk to her, it would have been a problem. You know what I mean? K. Michelle would have had a problem with her talking to Kasten by herself. So I just didn't really get where K. Michelle didn't understand that. K. Michelle is getting all upset. Lyrica's getting all upset, and somewhere down the line, K. Michelle must have been like, well, beat my ass. And then she like, okay, well, I'll beat your ass, because Lyrica was like, I'll beat your ass, I'll beat your ass. So K. Michelle is standing at the top of the steps, her and Kasten trying to hold her back. She's standing at the top of the steps, beat my ass, and Lyrica's like, what, you lump booty bitch, or something like that, calling K. Michelle booty lumpy. And I'm just like, wow, okay, have you seen yours? Like, how dare you yell that out of all things? You know what I'm saying? Say something about her face. Y'all know, because I think K. Michelle, looks a little bit weird she got her nose done, her cheekbones done. Something is done to her, and she even admitted it, because she doesn't look like herself, So I probably, if you're going to hit below the belt, which, yes, I do, if the shit get out of hand, I will, and I can't get at you, then I'm going to get at you with my mouth. So, yeah, if it was me, I would have went after her like that, in that way, about her face. But, yeah, she went after her booty, and something that you look, are you serious, Lyrica? Look at your butt. It's lumpy itself. Like, it's lumpier than K. Michelle's, Then on top of that, neither one of y'all thighs matched, the lumpy ass butt. So, at the end of the day, I just didn't see what Lyrica could be bringing up on K. Michelle, because, bitch, your shit is fucked up, too. Anyway, K. Michelle is yelling at the top of her lungs, do you see yourself, girl? Do you see yourself? I'm just like, girl, you gonna get either a headache, okay, because I've got them from yelling like that, or you gonna make your blood pressure go up, which usually is the one that makes your blood pressure go up, a fucking headache. So you gotta chill out on that. Like, you doing too much, and it's just not that serious, you know what I'm saying? And on top of that, bitch, you are in the wrong, and that's the problem, But I guess it struck a nerve with K. Michelle with talking about her booty, you know what I mean? But I don't know how when you made a whole little show on TLC about it. I was gonna review that show with women going cross seas and everything, or not just cross seas, but having bad butt injections butt surgery, and it going wrong, So I was going to do that, but it was just getting too gross to even watch. Like, some of these women's butt behinds was like corroded with like bacteria, and their ass was being eaten alive, like they didn't have one side of their ass or whatever. It was just too much, and I was getting grossed out, and I just could not review that show, but I started to. But now that I'm looking back at my nose, she did call her Humpty Dumpty, told her about her nose, and yeah, that's the thing that I would have went on, because yeah, her nose, something about her face, it just doesn't look right. But yeah, Humpty Dumpty is the thing where, I don't know if y'all youngins know, but that's the thing where the man fell. It's like Humpty Dumpty settled a brick wall, and he fell. And so when he fell, y'all, all of his parts just came off. You know what I'm saying? Like his nose, his face, everything, and he had to be put back together. So basically, bitch, yeah, K. Michelle, she was coming for you when she called you Humpty Dumpty. I said, damn, that's fucked up. Rich, Mariah, and Gangsta Boo and Emmett are sitting there talking, and Rich is just like, he getting tired of this shenanigans. These bitches always fighting all around the house. And yeah, Mariah Lynn was like, I'm getting tired of it too. Like, it's making me have anxiety and giving me negative feelings, stirring up towards me and Rich. And I've been working on peace and been feeling a little bit more peaceful. So, I'm really not with it either, And Gangsta Boo was like, yeah, I can see that in you, that you've been more, at peace with yourself. So Rich brings everybody together, and he like, yeah, basically, and didn't look like it was directed towards K. Michelle, He was like, yeah, I just think we're all here to do the work instead of, all this other stuff going on, because if you was to leave here, you would leave here with nothing, And literally, like, I rewinded a couple times, and he was talking to her, and maybe he already had a discussion with Lyrica. We see that later on. But, yeah, he looked like he was talking to K. Michelle, and I was like, exactly, bitch, because even after Judge told y'all about y'all stuff, y'all don't have no business acting like that as women, y'all are ladies, then you got up right from that and asked if you could talk to A1, somebody else's man who you beefing with. Like, so that was just dumb. You know what I'm saying? And I think that Rich be knowing, you know what I'm saying? He knows who's egging the shit on, and I think he was talking directly to her. Lyrica was like, yeah, I know what you mean. They must have did some cutting, because editing, because it didn't really make sense of what she said following after him. But she was basically saying, she is there to try to get the help for, her and A1, and she doesn't really want to be there, fussing and fighting with anyone. And she's just surprised she's even there herself, because she's really a introvert. Bitch, where are you an introvert? Because you are the one who was making up all the games, you know what I'm saying? Trying to turn the games around from what the judge told her and Dr. Ish was saying. You was the one trying to get in the middle of telling somebody, well, you need to do this, she need to do that. And, just always giving your opinion on something. So where are you an introvert at? I just don't see that. Introvert means into yourself, closed off, not really outspoken, can't really say anything to the outside. You really, basically, to yourself. Now, my son is introvert. I have 2 different sons, okay? One of them is an introvert, okay? He stays to himself. The other one is an extrovert. So I know what, but 2 of them motherfuckers, they 2 different motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So when Lyrica saying that she is an introvert, that just didn't cross me that you are introvert. Girl, you got everything to say. You always over here, over there, over there. You know, you into everything and everybody. And yeah, that's just not it. You know what I mean? So when she said that, y'all, I was laughing. I thought that was funny because out of all people on this show, Lyrica is just not an introvert. You know, I think you got the whole thing, the two words mixed up. You know, intro means inside, extra means, you know, out, like out, and, you know, their personality is more out. So yeah, girl, I think you need to get the definition of the words again. So K Michelle, y'all, is saying basically what she's saying is in her confessional, you know, after Rich has said, you know, basically, yeah, you need to stop, you know, doing what you're doing because we all trying to get something out of the situation. She's basing her thing like, yeah, I really didn't come here for any of that, you know, and sometimes in life you just tired of fighting and you want to focus on, you know, your man, you know, and I really didn't come here for all that. Exactly, bitch. You know, so you came in all like ready to go on 1000 because you were mad at Lyrica. This is where it all started, and you was over. And she actually, we'll get into that later, she actually apologized, admitting that she came in, you know, feeling some type of way towards Lyrica because she was already mad at the fact that I let you open in my show, Lyrica, and you was late. And you was, when you got there, you was acting like a diva. So she acted like the shit. She was okay and she was all right with it. And she really wasn't. And she came there kicking and ha-ha in this bitch face. And yeah, you know, you had a problem with her. And it came out when you basically thought that Lyrica was telling the producers that you had your phone and they didn't. And it really wasn't her. It was A1, you know, but you came on ready for her because, like I said, you was already mad. At the end of the day, y'all, I don't think she knew that Lyrica was going to be there. Nobody did. So in K Michelle's defense, you know, it was some unsettled feelings as far as Lyrica. And yeah, she basically played the role like she was cool. But then deep down inside, like I said, she was waiting on ready because she was really still mad. And yeah, all that shit came out. She was ready. You know, A1 poked the bear by blaming some of her. And from there, she was ready to go as if, you know, oh yeah, I know, already knew she, and it's just all this stuff. And just like Lyrica said again, it was nothing there. I don't have no feelings towards it. Like, I didn't do anything on purpose. And she saw that later. Dr. Ish, you know, tells everybody basically, look, I don't even know how it started. And he uses the words, basically, I don't give a fuck how it started. That's what he said. And at this point, we're here to do a thing, okay? And that's get y'all relationship together. And you basically can't master a relationship if you don't know how to master your emotions. So yeah, and that's true. You know, because they played a really good game, you know, at the end, and it was really good, and everybody saw exactly how they made their partner feel with certain emotions and things that they had to say out of their mouth. The best thing to do is say your piece and say what you need to say, you know, without being irate, using cuss words, because that's another thing we don't do, cuss at each other. Do not. My husband made that very clear in the beginning of the relationship. Do not cuss at me. You know, we do not cuss at each other. Do not cuss at me, and I won't cuss at you. And I think it was a wonderful rule to have, and we just don't. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like this gets into, yeah, you just have to watch what you say out your mouth to your spouse and to your, you know, significant other. And Dr. Ish basically says that the language that you use, just like I just said, will determine the success of your relationship, okay? Whether or not a motherfucker want to stay with you, yeah, and you up there calling them all types of names and telling them what they ain't about and what they should be and how they should be, and you know, just being verbally abusive, you know what I'm saying, and calling them out your name, y'all. And some of the shit that I heard these people say, I was just thinking to myself, wow, it's a wonder that y'all are still fucking together, because if a motherfucker talk to me like that, girl, it be some motherfucking, what they say, slow singing and flower bringing, because I'm not taking that shit. We're going to get into it, and I'm going to actually, read off my notes of what was said, because this shit is real. So each couple, y'all, is supposed to have a familiar fight and role play each other. So the first one, y'all, is Mariah Lynn and Rich. And yeah, y'all know they already go for the jugular. So Rich, y'all, says, and of course I knew he was going to bring this up. That's what you get, and you're going to die alone, okay? That's what she said. And I knew Rich was going to bring this up because he continues to bring this up. And they put it on the wall. Mariah Lynn brings up the fact that Rich says she's the type of girl, and I knew she was going to bring this up too. She's the type of girl that you fuck in the back of the car. I got to be careful because my daughter upstairs. But you can fuck in the back of the car, okay? And I'm just like, whew, that is a low blow. And that just, to me, says that if you think I'm that type of girl, then you think I'm a hoe. That's just it. That's what it says, you know. And Rich, if you think that, why are you with her? I don't understand. It said all of the pain and the betrayal is still there for both of them. Mariah Lynn just basically said they need to change how they talk to each other to make it work. That's just it. And I agree. So K Michelle and Casey, y'all, okay? So Dr. Ish says they actually need to fight more because they get silent a lot, you know? And K Michelle, you know, she said basically they silent now more than ever because they've had some long, hard, drawn out fights. So basically they've already gone to that place of no return of fighting, doing fighting, and just don't want to go there again. And I guess maybe they even learned something, you know. I guess they learned something, but they just didn't learn what to say out their mouth. But sometimes I don't know, because sometimes me and my husband be silent. You know, sometimes it's just the thing to be, you know. But I think that at this point, you know, he want them to, you know, get it all out. Paisley said that she got naked, okay, was on, I don't know if she got naked personally to get on the Jaguar, but she was on top of the car, a Jaguar, and was naked, talking about, give me your phone. Like some psycho ass bitch. And then on top of that, y'all, he was like, you know, your neighbors are looking. She was like, I don't give a fuck about the neighbors. Wait a minute, girl. Are you fucking serious? You out there, how naked were you? And I'm just trying to figure out, did he mean bikini naked? Did he mean butterball? You know what I'm saying? Like birthday day naked? Like, which one did he mean? Because I know you wasn't out there naked like that. You couldn't have been, you know, because if you was, girl, you must have been on something. And I'm not even being funny, but nobody gets on top of a car naked. And then on top of that, you had the nerve to chase him with a butcher knife? Like, are you serious? She said, oh yeah, I was just waving it around, you know, to scare him. You know, I really wasn't going to cut him. Bitch, you look like a psycho person. You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody who does that had to be on some type of narcotic, because that's crazy that you would do something like that. And on top of that, don't you live like in some type of gated community or some type of community where people really have money? Do you really think that after that situation, they're going to look at you any other type of way than crazy? Like, that situation wasn't worth it to be giving your, you know, whole, like, immaturity side up and letting everybody know that you are K Michelle and everything. Like, you gave all that up for that? This just doesn't make sense. He was like, well, I'm leaving. And you was like, you ain't going nowhere and stuff. And he was like, you know what? All this emotional shit is making my dick shrivel up. That's what he said. And I'm just like, exactly, bitch. Like, who wants to even be beside you after that point and talking crazy and looking crazy? Nobody wants to be with crazy, y'all, except for a crazy nigga. He'll take you, and then you gotta take his crazy bitch, so I hope you ready for that. Dr. Ishar lets them know both, you know what I mean? Yeah, violence ain't the way, you know, and there are 10 other moments that you got, as far as K Michelle, that are boiling in you right now. And one day, he's gonna leave this goddamn house, and he don't even come back, you know, just like my husband said, yeah, he gonna say, you know what, I wanted to get a loaf of bread, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'll be back. Okay, and that's what's going to happen because he's not going to continue to take that bullshit. Lyrica and A1, you know, basically A1 is playing like Lyrica, and he's like, look, you got to work today. You always got to work. You can't never take off. Can you take off for once? And Lyrica's like, well, I'm going to work. So if you don't like, divorce me. If you don't like it, then you could just divorce me. I'm like, okay, girl. So you just throw that up like out of nowhere, divorce? You could just divorce me? A1 is saying that she's saying, get the fuck out of my face. You groupie ass nigga. Ooh, all you do is chase Chris Brown, Future, French Montana and them. Ooh, you call him a groupie ass nigga. Whoo, y'all, they be going hard. You hear me? Like, this right here is a lot. Yeah, I can't help it. If somebody is being treated this way, they're just going to turn the other cheek and go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? And lies cheating, because nobody wants to be treated this way. This is crazy. So Lyrica is speaking like, you know, she A1, and he's like, what you think, you my mama? I ain't gonna handcuff you, because if you want to go ahead. I'm going to work. Okay, so what you saying is basically, bitch, you sound stupid. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead to work, and bitch, if you ain't here because work is more important than my wife, then yeah, then go right the fuck ahead. That's what you saying. So work is more important than your wife, so you're going to go ahead and leave and be with the work, okay? And your whole life is not going to be there when you get there. So you good with that. That's what you basically saying, girl, okay? A1. Rich is in his confessional saying, you know, he used to be like that. It's a young man's hustle. About the studio time, getting in there. Usually they be in there in the nighttime, in the middle of the night, stuff like that. So just like Lyrica was saying, most of the time, when he sleeps, she's up, because it's like the daytime, because he's in the studio at that time. When she sleeps, he's up, and yeah, that's the studio time again. So yeah, he was basically saying it's a young man's hustle, and he's got to get it while he can. Rich, this is Rich words. He got to get it while he can, and she needs to understand that. You know, and some of that I do agree with. I really do agree with. yeah, you know this life for me is nighttime, nightlife. I gotta go to the clubs. I gotta, be in there promoting my music. Nightlife starts around the evening, late evening, and nighttime over into the night, as well as, like I said, the studio time. So this is your life, Lyrica. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, just like Lyrica saying, just understand that she was there before all of this stuff. And what does that mean? I don't know. Maybe he's acting all brand new sometime in the house and all that. But at the end of the day, it just seems like, she's not understanding of it. And she wants her time, and she's tired of this life. A1 is acting like her. And he's like, acting like Lyrica. And he's like, what time you going to be back? And he's like, I don't know. I just left the house. So I got to get there before I know. And Dr. Ish is like, no. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is say, baby, as soon as I can. Okay, that's all you gotta say to clear her head and make her heart feel fine and make her feel like you are looking up after her feelings and what she wants. Say, baby, as soon as I can. A little sweet word in there, baby. And then say, as soon as I can, I'll get right back to you, to home. Because this is where my heart and my life is. That's all you gotta say. You ain't gotta say all that, but yeah, I'll get right back to you as soon as I can. And then when you get there, call her. That takes nothing. To pull your phone, I call her, baby, I'm here. Okay, and then make sure you call her a little bit after that, maybe a couple hours later, say, okay, well, I'm here. Just was checking on you, was thinking about you and everything. Asked her what she was doing. Get the fuck off the phone real quick. You got to play the role for these relationships. That's the way it is. You got to give a damn and act like you care, and then when the other person gives a damn and act like they care, you'll appreciate it too, But people just don't seem to do that. And then another thing he could do is when he on his way home, it takes nothing. And I'm sorry, it might seem like a lot, but this is what we want out of men, and technically, that's what they would want out of us if we were gone off doing our own thing outside of the house like that. They would want that from us. When you get in the car and you on your way, hey, I was thinking about you, what's going on, what's the kids doing, such and such. Have a little talk with her, kick the bubble and everything. That's how you do. You know what I'm saying? But don't go all to them, say, I don't even know when the fuck I'm going to be back because, we got all this going on. You over there kicking the bubble with everybody else, and then she don't hear from you all day. You know what I'm saying? She don't hear from you all night. Now, you coming in the house. This is the first time she ever spoke to you or said anything, and she ready to go. This bitch is heated, pissed off. They getting heated and pissed off all fucking day. So whose fault is that? That's yours. So, yeah, a lot of times men be doing stuff like that. My husband don't do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We don't do stuff like that. We keep in touch. And, men think that it's okay that they was out there making the bread and making the money and they can just come back in, everything fine. That's not how it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? She going to be bothered, ready to go, and just mad every time. Okay, so Gangsta Boo and Emma, y'all, this got really serious. And I think that they fight the worst, and Dr. Ish and Judge Tola was even saying, Emma has this thing in him. He goes and he pops off quick, and he does not really have it in between, and he doesn't. We see that. Okay, so Emmett, y'all, he is ready, because let's be clear, okay? Gangsta Boo can get raunchy too, and she does a lot with the controlling type of way that she has. She's very domineering, she's very overbearing to Emmett, and most men don't like that, and she basically, to me, plays the man role in a situation, and yeah, it's just too much at times. And I think when he comes from up under that, he's like ready to bust off like Hulk Hogan. You know what I'm saying? He's just ready to go, and he's pissed off and he can't take no more. And this is where I see both sides with these two. Emmett has his hand on his tip, y'all. He ready to go, and he acting like Gangsta Boo. You said you was going to be here about 45 minutes and you ain't even here yet. I could have been doing other stuff. And we saw her act like that in the room. Y'all remember when they were in the room and she was like, well, just go ahead. You go ahead. You just wasting my time with that. And since you was wasting my time with that, I could have been doing other things. I could have been. So we know he's not lying with that. Gangsta Boo starts to act like Emma, and I was like, wow. It was just a lot. She was like, I got other things to do, dude. And she was really acting like Emma, y'all. She was like, I got other things to do, dude. It's other stuff going on, man. I'm fucking doing the best I can, Lola. I said, ooh, y'all. When the nigga started to call your whole goddamn name, girl, he is pissed at you, Lola. I said, whoo. No, Emmett is playing Gangsta Boo. All you gotta do is call me, man. And then Emmett is like, because this is what Gangsta Boo saying, I'm sick of this fucking shit anyway. Every fucking day. I told you I'm fucking be over there when I fucking get a chance. All these F-bombs, y'all. Good Lord. I'm sick of this fucking shit anyway. This bullshit. Whoo, honey. God damn. She's going off, okay, at how he was acting. And Dr. Ish's just looking back and forth like, oh my God. Like, he couldn't believe his ears. I couldn't even. I said, Emmett, you know what? I ain't know you acted like that. Emmett, you be faking. You act like you was all cool, calm, and collect. But I see all them goddamn tattoos on you, and I know you get a little raunchy at times. So I knew it was coming out, but I just didn't know when, you know. But I didn't know you go that hard on her. But if it was me, I don't know, I probably would do that to Gangsta Boo too. You know, minus all the cussing, but goddamn, bitch, didn't you just see me? You want me to call you back already? Okay, wow, okay, I told you I'm gonna be there. I'm coming. God damn, he could say all that without all these F-bombs. Like, that's too much. Anyway, y'all, she says, okay, she goes, like, above and beyond of what we just talked about with Emmett did. Like, what the fuck? Are you fucking serious? She says to Emmett, to her man, this is what she says to her man, and this nigga still want to be with him? Your mama must have fucked you all the way up, okay? I can tell you ain't got no daddy because you got some bitch-ass ways. Oh, girl. Okay, girl. Yeah, Gangsta Boo, honey, where do they talk to men like this where you from? Because if you talk to a man like this where I'm from, or where anybody else is from for that matter, you know, you might start some domestic violence. You know what I'm saying? Because that is a bit much, and that is like clearly hidden below the belt. You know, when you get into being personal with people, you know what I mean? Bringing down their faults and what you think about, you know, how they were raised and who they are, just like digging into that, cutting into the core of the person, girl, that you went overboard with that. You know, that's one thing you are not supposed to do. And that, my love, is considered verbal abuse. You know, this is not good. You know, this is just not good. That's wanting to start a fight. You know what I'm saying? Man, bitch, or cow, you gonna start a fight with that one, you know. And you lucky he ain't haul off and do something to you, girl. I'm just saying, cause, you know, you don't talk to nobody like that. I'm not even talking about no fucking man at this point. I'm talking about anybody at this fucking point, you know. Yeah, and then you went all into their raising and who they are now and all this stuff like that. That was too much. And that's why Emmett's talking to you like that, girl. You know, it just ain't him. Dr. Ish asked Gangsta Boo, why does that hurt him so much? You know, basically, we see how hurt this nigga look with just even saying it. With you saying it. She acts like she didn't know, you know, so she asked Emmett. You know, he says because he does feel like that sometimes. You know, basically like a fucking loser. Okay? And this is how you want your man to feel. This is your man. You know, because if another bitch came along and treated him like a goddamn king, you'll be mad. But bitch, you telling him a loser. And this is what you want him to think about himself. So yeah, okay, you think your man a loser, bitch, then why you with him? That's another thing. But yeah, you can't be talking to people like that. That's like totally below the belt and totally unacceptable. And just like Kason said, I'm with Kason, you know, that totally damages the relationship. And it's really no coming back to, y'all. And that's the thing, that when people talk about verbal abuse, like and it's true. I think verbal abuse is worse than actually having a fist fight. And it is, because that shit that you said about a person is still stuck in their head, and they're having to deal with that shit. And 9 times out of 10, y'all, we know when you say stuff to people, it's probably the truth, but giving it to them in that way and then demeaning them with it, using derogatory language about it, and you said that to them, so it hurts them, and they remember and they don't forget. And no matter how much, you know, you say you sorry, no matter how much you think that, you know, that person has gotten over it, they really haven't. They really haven't, because it's stuck in their brain, you know, and that's why they call it verbal abuse, because it's abusive and it's verbally out your mouth. You know, and I agree. It's probably, it probably is actually worse than physically hitting somebody. And like I said, Dr. Ish tells her, when you say negative things like that out your mouth, you know, that he already feels a certain type of way about himself, it breaks him all the way down. And now there's nowhere to go from there. You know, so I totally agree. Emmett is in his confessional saying that it's painful at times. It really is. And I can't even imagine. Like, that's crazy. Gangsta Boo go ahead and apologize and tells him, you know, she's sorry and she's going to, you know, try to work on him. Dr. It says that from that drill, they should focus on how their partner receives their perception. And it's true. This is how your partner sees you. This is the perception that they have of you, of how you talk to them. And this is where it goes. This is how it looks. Okay, y'all. So Rich asked to speak to Lyrica. And yeah, he basically trying to tell, you know, Lyrica about how, he understands how A1 feels being in the, music industry, and how, he needs his woman to basically, understand he's in that industry. And why do I still got these? And basically understand why he's still in that industry, and be, more compassionate and considerate of, the fact that he's going to be gone a lot. And Lyrica's just like, yeah, just like I mentioned before, she was like, yeah, I just want him to understand that I was here first, and, I've been here even when we were broke. So I don't know what she wants out of that. I tried to dismantle that, but at the end of the day, she's just saying, see me, I'm still here, and maybe he doesn't act like he gives her that type of attention, so she wants some attention. So maybe y'all need to go like on a date night or something, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe a week's trip, or like a weekend trip, for her to feel like, he is paying some attention to her, because obviously she's feeling that way, and she's not saying it for no reason. And I agree with Rich, like I said, Rich is like, look, this is a young boys industry, and we gotta get it while we can. We don't have no retirement plan. There's nothing left for us when we get older, so we're working now while we can. And like I said, we gotta get it while we can, because this is how it is. And it just so happened, y'all, it's not regular life. Like Rich said, it's not a normal life. It's not at all, But if you want that type of lifestyle and you want to be comfortable in life, then these are the things that you have to do. And this is the sacrifice that needs to be made. And Lyrica can understand it, but I think that her heart doesn't understand, and that's understandable to me, so I see both sides on that too. Rich is basically telling her, yeah, y'all got the most to lose, because y'all married. And she like, well, I feel like you and Mariah has the least to work on, y'all is doing really good. And he like, yeah, I don't think so. He like, I could be out and somebody give me the look. I mentioned Mariah and they give me the, a wink, like, damn, what was that about, But yeah, my thing with that is, Rich, you need to claim this bitch. We didn't even know y'all was together until you got on this show with Mariah Lynn. So we don't know that you're together. And I'm sure other people who come at you don't know that y'all together either. Like, nobody is going to just be like, wink, wink, like that. Ain't no nigga. Now, you got some disrespectful ass niggas, you know what I'm saying, who going to be like, yeah, that bitch, and talk about it right there in front of your face. But if they know that that's your girl, if they know that that's the person that you're with, that you're with, let's just stop right there, that you love, yeah, but that you're with, they're not going to be saying that, yeah, okay, wink, wink, I know how that is. Like, they're not going to do anything like that. So that's your fault. I blame that on you, Rick. You should let the whole world know that you're with Mariah Lynn, but you ain't going to do that because you fucking embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? And you don't need to be embarrassed, because if this is the person you want to be with, then it is what it is, But on the other hand, yeah, you probably should be embarrassed because of the way that this bitch go. You know what I'm saying? So either act accordingly or get the fuck out of the relationship. And don't be trying to blame it on her coming back home. He's talking something. Yeah, and then when I go back and ask her, what did they mean? She trying to, take up for herself and say, what, nothing happened and all this other stuff. Bitch, you don't believe her anyway, even if she told you that she didn't or she did, because you think that I'm a hoe. He think that Mariah Lynn is a hoe. The person that you love and is with, you think she a hoe. So you're not going to believe shit she said. And then Rick told me something, yeah. It's not that I'm insecure in anything. I just don't trust. Okay, that's the same fucking thing. You don't want to be labeled an insecure because you're a nigga, but you just said that you don't trust her. And that's a part of being insecure. You don't trust people because certain things is happening to you. So now you just looking out for the next thing because you're afraid. That's what it's about. And, like I said, you just need to go ahead and let the world know you with Mariah Lynn, honey. And maybe all of that will be squashed. Rich asked Lyrica, could you please stop fighting with K. Michelle? Like, it's not even worth it. You know what I'm saying? We all here. We trying to get from this experience, and it's really taken from everybody else. And she like, yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Yeah, I'm here to do, me and A1, and that's all that matters. And yeah, I'm acquitted with her because it ain't even worth it. K. Michelle is in her confessional, okay? She's saying, she's not really there to beef with Lyrica. She came here. They both came there, from answers from their man. They want answers from their man, and that's why they're there. And yeah, she pulls Lyrica to the side. She's like, can I talk to you for a minute? She's sitting there in the kitchen eating her food. She looked uncomfortable, and she looked like, what's a good time? What's a good time? And I guess she caught the good time. Lyrica came and she was like, can I talk to you for a minute? And Lyrica's like, okay, right here. She like, yeah. So K. Michelle, y'all, says, I probably should have been woman enough, to say, let me holler at you. Just like I just did. Like I did, hey, can we talk? That's what you should have did. Instead of getting all mad, oh yeah, she's saying something about me. What she saying something about me? Because I got my phone. You jumped all off the hinges about that. And you could have just came to bitch. And like I said, you could have said nothing. That that was nothing for you to even get mad at. You could have sat back with your phone. Yeah, bitch, y'all mad y'all ain't got your phone. Oh, well, I got mine. I got mine. But you was ready to pop off. You wanted something to go on between the two of you, and this is what you gave Lyrica back, and Lyrica gave it back. And that's what happened. That's, like I said, this is what people do. They don't like you. They wait for something to go on, and then as soon as something go on, they hit like a motherfucking snake, so they can try to confront you and be in your face about something when it's really about something else. You know, and that's what happened. So yeah, I should have just hollered at you about it, instead of overreacting. But my mouth sometimes is lethal, and you would think I never loved you, okay? Are you talking about casing your man? Because, bitch, you don't love Lyrica. You know what I'm saying? So, where did that come from? I was just like, okay, well, is this your type of way of being, like, really sorry or showing, you know, remorse to what you've done? I was just like, okay. Anyway, Lyrica was like, yeah, I thought you hated me. Like, I didn't know what was going on. And that's how I feel to the other person. We're just like, damn, well, she getting really, really mad over that? That's how I feel. Over that, though? It just doesn't seem right. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't be getting that damn mad over that. You know, like I said, y'all, it happened to me. And it just looked weird when somebody come at you like that. And it's that damn strong. You know what I'm saying? And then you find yourself coming back at them strong. And now you're in the midst of some bullshit that you wasn't even trying to go there with them ever again. And now we're back to this place, you know, because they gave off this energy. And that's why I'm trying to make sure that I control myself a little bit more, because it's not good to get into that energy with them, because it takes away from your peace and your happiness, and you can't let nobody control you. And it actually feels like when you start to see, even if you retract like I did, like Lyrica did, you know, when you retract and you get back to that person, you start doing that shit again. It feels like after you, like I said, after you mastered not doing that, when you accidentally get back in it, you be like, damn, that was fucked up. I let them pull me back in again. You know what I'm saying? And you be like mad at yourself, and you see how small you look, you know, but at the time you steady going for it because so much energy has been dropped on you, negative energy has been dropped on you, that you're just reacting from a reaction. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get away from that. And I be so glad, y'all, when I'm just this smooth old ass bitch just sitting in the corner like, bitch, keep hating. I don't even care. You can't say nothing to me that you're going to get me riled up. And I think I'm there, but I'm not all the way there, because, yeah, I still got a lot of hormones in me. I'm only 45, so, you know, I can still go as far as my mouth, but do I want to do it? Like, I'm tired. You know, it's just like what K. Michelle and Lyrica said. I am tired, you know, and it doesn't help anything in the long run, you know. Beefing with people and getting mad and going that same energy at their at, or even taking a whole nother energy to get them up off you, like, it's just too much, and I'm over it, you know. So, like K. Michelle and Lyrica saying now, I'm just over the situation, and they made up, you know what I'm saying? But before they did that, Lyrica was telling K. Michelle, yeah, I'm so used to, you know, people trying to come at me, girls coming at me a certain type of way, and I always just walk, oh, bitch, you good, okay, because I ain't never walking off, see y'all's back, you know. It's hard to walk off for somebody being that type of way to you. But anyway, like Lyrica said, you know, and I usually walk off because they see her as, you know, the pretty, the soft-spoken girl and everything. And I told y'all that's what K. Michelle was banking on. Because think about it, y'all. Would she have went that hard if it was Gangsta Boo? If Gangsta Boo and Emmett was saying, if they were saying, yeah, we get our phones and K. Michelle got her phone, would K. Michelle have really gotten that mad? No, she wouldn't have got that mad. But it's not only the fact you came there, K. Michelle, mad at Lyrica, because you're just probably jealous anyway. For real, I still think she's jealous. Anytime you got all this stuff done to yourself, you don't like yourself, you know, and this girl only got her butt done. She's a very pretty girl. You're not. I don't think that you are, right? You know what I'm saying? Would a nigga, you know, do a double take? No, he wouldn't, honey. He wouldn't, you know, but yeah, I think, like I said, I think you're jealous of her. You mad at yourself. You don't like yourself, obviously, because you got all this shit done. You know what I'm saying? You're mad at herself for having her type of self-esteem about herself, and she loves herself, and people don't like that shit. I go through that shit all the time. They don't like it. They don't like when you're happy. They don't like it. They want you to be snuffed up in the corner sometimes, complaining about yourself, and I don't know why they want that. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. But like I said, K. Michelle's hating on her already. That's for one. Second of all, you thought this bitch, you could just talk to her and treat her any type of way. She wasn't going to do nothing. She came harder than you at certain times. You know what I'm saying? And just like Lyrica said, she was that person who's staying back and saying, you know what, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. And she got tired of saying she's not going to say anything. And now she just stand up for herself because it's like war. And she said she's tired of it and she just be ready to go. K. Michelle was like, yeah, I can understand it. Well, I understand it, bitch. And the next bitch you hating on, you need to stop. Okay? You need to fucking stop and leave that shit alone because she is who she is. Next thing and love yourself. Like, love yourself. You got all that shit done and you still not happy? Like, what was the point even getting? You thought when you got all that shit in your face, your nose, your body, everything, like you was about to die because of all this shit, and you still not happy, bitch, and you want to turn towards me and give up all that negativity and hate towards me, girl, please. So she was like, but my mouth is nasty. K. Michelle was like, my mouth's so nasty sometimes, and I don't want to look like the mean one, and I do really care about you, and I just be mean sometimes. Yeah, that's how mean girls are. Most of them are ugly, and most of them are low self-esteem, even if they not ugly, and they need to bring somebody else down to make their self feel better, and that's just how it goes. Anyway, y'all, did y'all see Casey? He was sitting there when they was hugging up and everything. He was looking like he was looking around because they was in the back and they was out there. He was scared. He was looking like, I don't know how these bitches gonna act. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe he thinking he don't know how K. Michelle gonna act because that bitch act like an animal when she get mad. Good Lord. Girl, you might need some type of anger therapy or something, girl. You was really mad. Anyway, Judge Tola sees them making up. And it's the same thing I told y'all about, basically what I just said. That's how you respect people. You talk to them about the stuff that you don't like. That's what you do. You don't like something, you talk to them. And then that's the thing too. And if you just don't like something about somebody and you can't get across to them, then leave it alone. You got to let all that go and you got to forgive that person. If they not understand, you got to let it go for yourself. And that's what they say. Just let it go for yourself. Even if the person don't see how you feel, just let it go for yourself and you'll feel better inside. That you still not harboring all that shit, that anger and everything and walk around, I don't fuck with her. Be like, you know what, she don't like me, I don't like her, and get on with your life. But all that keep talking about it and dredging it up or trying to get her to wing her back in to see how you feel and it ain't worth it. People are going to be them, and if they don't get you and what you're saying, then you got to leave the situation alone. And that's just it. Okay, y'all, so this episode was getting really long for my notes because they played 2 games this time. And they went for each couple and then the last one individually. So basically, I'm just going to run off what happened in the last part of the episode as far as them playing the game. So here we go. And I'm not going to mention like every piece because this video is getting really long. Dr. Ish has it set up where, has this big movie screen, popcorn, and candy. And then he has like rows of like nice little, love seats for the couples to sit on, white, nice. Everything was looking really nice and really pretty. The first person who went up was, who was it? Rich. So Rich goes up and he's talking all this disrespectful crap to his mother. You got to tell the person the same shit you said in the beginning of the episode. Yeah, she's the type of person you fuck in the back of the car, all that shit. You got to say that in front of the person that they picked to say it in front of. So it was Rich's mother. He had to say it in front of. This bitch comes on the big screen. Rich was like, hey, whatever her name is. He was like, you not in bed yet? I said, hell yeah, no, honey. She is wide awake for this one, honey. Because I was in wide awake too. They called her for my son. They said, oh, we want to film you on your son's show. You going to be on your son's show. We want to, want you to come on, Mom. Girl, I got my best on. I ain't even ready for that one, honey. But anyway, she says he has to say all this disrespectful ass shit. So he like, yeah, you the type of woman fucking the back of the car, and you not fucking listening. I don't respect bitches like you, like saying all this fucked up shit. And his mother's like, oh my goodness, Richard. Wow, like she is shocked, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, damn. And she basically telling him, you know what? You shouldn't even be with somebody you gotta talk to like that, And Mariah Lynn-Face was like, looking sad. And I said, Dad. She said, you need to be with somebody who respects you and waiting on you to come home and happy for you. You don't need anybody who you have to deal with like that. And I totally agree. Like, that's too much. Y'all, and I'm not even gonna lie. my son was in a situation, y'all, and it was just too much, and it was turning into a whole nother motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, I was just like, oh my God, I did not raise him to act like that. Why is he talking to her like that? And it was just, and I actually, so it went on one day, and she was the one that was doing too much, and I'm not even gonna lie about it. Like, I could not even believe the way he was dealing with her. Like, he's never saw his father like that. He's never saw anybody acting the way that he was acting, and I had to try to get him away from that relationship. But guess what? He didn't get away till he was ready. When he was ready, he was the one who walked the fuck off, you know, because he was tired through and done. That ass was done. She had fried his ass. He was fucking done. You know what I'm saying? And now he's in a better relationship where they just be chilling, they friends, they talk, and it's so nice to watch because you want, and I'm with Rich. I'm with Rich's mother. I want the happiest moments for you, and I want the happiest person for you, and I want you to be happy because he deserves it, you know, and that's just end all be all, you know. And it would be the same, y'all, if a man saw his daughter being treated in that way and she was acting a certain way and because of the guy. You know, I was watching the show where they were talking about that, and I think I said it in one of my other videos on Fox. So I watched a panel of women, and Lisa Ray, everybody was talking about how I look like Lisa Ray. I don't. We just both read, you know. And Lisa Ray was saying how, and plus they were saying that back in the day, not so much now. Lisa Ray was saying how basically she knew a man who turned into a whole nother man because of the woman, how toxic the woman is, you know. And same for my husband. He was saying the exact same thing. Like, and it's bad. And that's the thing too. It could be the case with Emmett and Gangsta Boo because she's so rah-rah. Then the man has to come back on. It happened to my husband. Like, his mother's like that. You know, oh, rah-rah. And like he said, baby, I had to turn into a whole nother nigga for her because it's what I was getting back. You know, it was what I was given, so I had to be a certain type of way to fight this bitch down. It just was too much, and that's exactly what my son was going through, y'all. And that is too much when you're dealing with a toxic female like that. And like I said, that could be what Emmett is going through with Gangsta Boo, because it's just too much. When you are the problem, bitch, when you are the one that's the problem, jumping from behind stuff, cussing him out all the time, you know, diminishing him, calling him out his name, telling him what his weaknesses are, telling him that he ain't no man, calling him all type of bitches and bitch ass niggas and stuff. Like, god damn, like, it causes a man to react, and now you have a fucking line on your hands. You know what I'm saying? Now you have, like, we don't want men getting out of control. Now you have them acting an ass, and then on top of that, then you want to call him a bitch ass after he's taking all of that and continue to take it, and now he a bitch ass. Okay. So, yeah, y'all, we got off topic, but at the end of the day, that is what Rich Mother was saying. No, you deserve to be happy, and you need to move the fuck along if you can't be that with who you with. Rich goes back to the chair, y'all. He just, like, feeling all brand new. He got his motherfucking legs cocked over to the side. You know, he ain't even bothered with her. He just like over to the side, you know, like this bitch ain't even there, Mariah Lynn. And he just like so filled up with what mother said. All right, thank you, mommy, bye. You know, and yeah, he's not giving Mariah Lynn anything. He's not even looking her way. You know, he was just like, basically, he's been raised around a strong black woman. Bitch, you knew that Mariah Lynn was white and she was weak as hell before you even got into the relationship. So why you now telling yourself you was raised around a strong black woman and you shouldn't be taking that type of shit? Bitch, you don't know how to talk to her either. So why does that just fall on Mariah Lynn? You know what I'm saying? Like, Rich, that's not the type of, I don't know. That was weird to me. And Rich need to stop. And then you be acting all brand new. Like, you don't remember. You up in your fucking mid-50s. And you still listening to what your mother got to say. She got to reel you back into the real world. You should have these things that's going on with you that she built in you from the beginning. She should have never even dealt with him, Mariah Lynn, if you felt like that in the beginning. Like, what is really going on? Is Rich immature? This is just dumb. Mariah Lynn, y'all, reveals that basically, y'all, Rich ain't even never introduced her to his mother. Like, she don't even know her. It's just seeing her. I don't even know if Rich's mother can see Mariah Lynn. Like, what is going on, Rich? You kept a woman away from your mother for 10 years, just not eating you up inside. Like, what is really going on? Rich is in his confessional, you know, and I wondered this about him, y'all, and I'm going to read it. He's in his confessional, and he admits that, you know, that's why he questioned the relationship and Mariah Lynn's tumultuous past, okay? He knows that she would be disappointed in him, talking about his mother, being with Mariah. And his mother does no wrong in his eyes. You're weak. Because you supposed to be a grown man. You should already know that your mother ain't want you with her. You should already know and hold these type of morals and stuff inside to know that you never should have even been dealing with this bitch because she's not marriage material the way that she acts. Well, before this, I mean, I like Mariah Lynn and everything, but the way that she portrays herself and acts, not that everybody, she deserves love. I don't want to put that on Mariah Lynn like she doesn't deserve love. So let me, try to back myself up on that, because I believe that everybody deserves love. I think that they've come this far and they need to continue and they've been fixing stuff. So I do think the relationship should continue on because they do love each other. But Rich, you want to bring up all this shit like, oh, your mother raised you better than that. You ain't supposed to be Mariah because of her tumultuous relationship. You haven't been all peaches and cream yourself. You've been acting like a whore all throughout the whole 10 years of love and hip hop any fucking way. So who are you to act like to hold this woman up to this type of standard when your ass is so damn low down to the ground that you can't talk your goddamn self? And Rich just killed me with that shit, and it wasn't right that you sit up there acting better than when you so many people this whole entire time. And yeah, we know his business because it's all over camera, it's all over, social media. And how many women that you've dealt with, and you trying to act like she's just this big whore that you just, you can't believe you ever been. You ain't all that damn precious yourself. So you need to stop, and for real, Rich mother know who he is. She just doing that for the camera because this nigga's whole. How the fuck did all these years your son ain't even married or nothing? He never brought you nobody who was respectful. You never had broke bread with them at dinner or nothing. He's never brought you to nobody to say, hey, mother, this is who I'm with. Nobody? And you just learning over camera, over a reality show of who your son is with? That's no respect to you, mother, Rich. Okay, that's no respect to her. So she need to get off that shit. You know that Rich has been a whole whore off these love and hip hop streets, and that's what she know, but you want to, oh yeah, well he needs to have this, he needs to have that. Don't do that when Rich has been a whole whore the whole time, and now he need to bring somebody better. You the one not worth having nobody to say you nobody because you've been out there too. Girl, I could go on and on about this. Rich is wrong for that. And I don't like how he was sitting over there acting like, he ain't want to touch Mariah. He ain't even want to be dealing with her. When that's who you love and she loved you back. And now that your mother's you want to act all better than. Anyway, y'all, Mariah Lynn aunts come on in. She said certain things about Rich that she said. Her aunt was there when her mother wasn't there because her mother was strung out on drugs. And she basically was embarrassed at the shit she was saying to Rich, because like she said, her aunt didn't raise her like that. Gangsta Boo is on there next, okay? And her pastor comes to the screen, and yeah, she says, in front of her pastor, she looked, and I don't know why, because Rich did this, what I'm about to say, Rich did this, Gangsta Boo did this, and who else? It was A1 that did this. They reading all slow off the paper like it's not going to jump off as fucked up as it is was saying it. It doesn't matter. You might as well just say they reading so slow. Your mama must have. Like that's going to change the whole reality of what you said to the person. Girl, y'all looking dumb. So anyway, yeah, Gangsta Boo says to her pastor, y'all, which is also her confidant and her friend. I couldn't believe. I said, girl, how you going to say this part to your pastor? Yeah, she said to her husband, okay, your mama must have fucked you all the way up because I can tell you don't got no daddy because you have some bitch ass tendencies. Ooh, wow. You're acting like a fucking loser. You're just weak. Okay, girl. Y'all, the pastor eyes, they was moving all around. He was one time had his hand down in his head, y'all. Oh my God, his eyes going from left to right. He could not even believe. He was like, his mouth was hanging wide. I said, yeah, honey, get her because that is dead motherfucking wrong, And the pastor didn't deliver where he had to, the way he should have, because he's a pastor, yeah, but he should have told them that you dead motherfucking wrong for talking to any man like that. That has no business coming out of your goddamn mouth. And fuck a man, you have no business talking to anybody like that. How you gonna be telling somebody that they fucked up because their daddy ain't raised them and they got some tendency, some bitch ass tendencies? Like, are you fucking serious, bitch? As soon as you start breaking me down like that, oh, it's time to hone on you now, honey. Let's go. You big feet looking ass bitch. I would have whittled it. Oh my God. It would have been on because you cannot do that. Hassan, okay, he brings out all the emotion right here because his brother comes on. And, Doctor, it's just like your brother is so smooth, he's so quiet, and they don't really argue because Caston doesn't say much, And Caston was like, yeah, the brother was like, yeah, he's always been smooth like that. Blue waters run deep. That's how Caston is. That's a smooth motherfucker, and he is. And then Caston looks like he's fighting the tears, then all of a sudden here come the tears, And that just gave me chills, because at the end of the day, what Caston is doing, he's not saying anything, a lot of the times, because he just don't want to start any friendship. And my husband is like that a lot of the times. And I have to tell him, baby, just say what you mean. Say what you mean. I see how you looking. Tell me what you mean out your mouth. And you got to probe them to do that. Some men, they so smooth, they're not going to do all of that. And Caston is basically saying that, he's used to being a stand-up guy. That's who he is, And Dr. Ish is saying that, his fear one day that Caston will blow up, and there's not much he can hold in, and somehow it's going to come out, and it's going to spill out, and it's going to be really bad, And then that's when Caston really starts crying, And it's very emotional for Caston, because his manhood, his image, that's very important to him. Like he said, it took a lot for me to open up on this show. I didn't want anybody to know my business when I first came on here. But like you said, when I came on here, I realized I have to open up and give back to everybody and let everybody in if I wanted to make good with my relationship, if I wanted to learn and get to know, myself as well as K. Michelle in this relationship. So yeah, he's doing a lot of work, and, Caston, he's come a long way. He's come far. And Dr. Ish is telling him, while you're being a stand-up guy, I hope you're not losing who you are in the meantime. And that's important, because like he said, we're always talking about Kay and her fairy tale of what she wants. What about what you want, And so, yeah, nobody's really concerned with that, especially K. Michelle. And I hope she heard, Dr. Ish and see Caston crying about this. Caston's mother comes on there, okay? And K. Michelle was like, this not fair, this not fair. No, bitch, yes it is, because let this woman know how you been talking to her goddamn son. That's what needs to happen, because obviously you don't have any respect for him. So yeah, like she said, she got all the respect for her. And yeah, she just greatly respects his mother. Like, she kept saying that. And Casey was like, no, they in the confession. Casey like, no, say everything you be saying. And she like, what? She like, no, I'm not going to say that. I'm just not going to say that. And she's serious. She wants to respect his mom. So she says to his mother, Casey, you don't want to support me. Who's sending you all these fucking emojis? Give me the phone. I'm leaving here tonight. And Casey's mom is just like, when you love somebody, you just don't talk to them this type of way, and you don't treat them bad. And that's just it. You just don't. And that's just what she said. You just don't. You just don't treat them bad and talk to them this way. And that's what I've been saying. You just don't. And that's what Dr. Ish is saying. Look, treat this person how you would around your mother, your father, or some significant other who you respect, and see how you feel then. You should be being respectful to them like you would be respectful to the person that you wouldn't want them to hear you talking like this. And that's just it. Hey, Michelle just said, I wouldn't talk to you like this. I wouldn't even speak in her house like that, because she respects her. She's a successful lawyer. Casey's mom is a successful lawyer, and she raises her kids, but okay. You had to bring up successful lawyer. Like, that's the only reason why you respect her, so you just respect money. That's the way it came off to me, because I don't know what her, her career came out for. I don't know. And then Casey's mother told him, you shouldn't be giving him that type of treatment because he's a good guy, And that's when Casey broke even more. He was crying. Like, he was really upset, because, and Kay Michelle should feel like she treat him bad. She really should feel like she treat him bad, because that's the way it seems. Like, you don't know how to talk to him, and you're not worried about his feelings, and you just keep going about your day, and it's all about you. So Dr. Ish basically tells her, look, the next time you feel like you're going to talk like that, imagine that his mother is in the room, okay? And maybe you'll do otherwise. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you'll do the totally opposite, and that's what you should do. Like, Lyrica, her mom comes up. Get the fuck out of my face, you groupie ass nigga. You gonna go chase Future, French Montana, Future fucking... is Future fucking you or paying your bills? Like, this is what she's saying to him. And Lyrica's mom was like, it's not funny, because she up there laughing, it's not funny. And Lyrica's mom says, how's that been working for you? Basically, how you talk to him. How you been dealing, how's that been working for you? And Lyrica's like, no good. Her mother's like, now Ocean, their child, is witnessing this crap, this type of behavior. And now he's saying different stuff like, you bitch. And he's only 2. So that's crazy that he's saying bitch at 2. And this is where kids, if y'all ever seen a child be cussing like that when they little, because they saying it in the house, and they saying all this angry shit going in the house, and yeah, it just comes out, on them. They say it right then and there. You know, they ain't learning it from no other place. They're learning it in the house. So A1 gotta, go in front of Judge Tola, because she said basically, they couldn't get the scheduling together between him and any of his family members. So she had to be there for him. So A1 says, and he's mad about that. He like, come on now, Judge Tola. I told y'all they all scared of Judge Tola. But he was a little nervous. Then he, like I said, he reading all slow off the paper, girl. Like, this shit ain't gonna come all fucked up regardless. So he's basically saying, like he talking to Lyrica, what you think, you my mama? I told you I'm leaving. If you don't like it, divorce me. I won't stop you, you little bitch. Ooh, you little bitch. You make me want to leave the way you act and talk to me like you're the one of the house that owns the pants. Like, what? This is like, I don't understand. Judge Tola says, y'all are married and you need to act like it. Y'all told God, hold on, because that's what I always say. Y'all told God, mommy, and daddy that you were going to defend her. And that's what I expect you to do. Yeah, you told God that you would be in this relationship and cherish and love thy, husband and wife. So why are you acting like this? You fucking forgot. That's what it is. Basically, he's in his confessional saying that his marriage is on the line. He's tried to teach Ocean, how to have control of yourself and respect other people. When? How? He's only 2. He needs to see your actions. That's how he learns. You can't just tell a 2-year-old something. They learn from your actions. So you need to stop cussing your wife out around your goddamn son. That's just the fuck it. Dr. Ish tells A1, look at your wife, because he goes back over to, where they were sitting there, and Lyrica's just sitting there like this, And Dr. Ish is like, look, she's basically trying to rock herself better. Because she feeling some type of way. He like, see, the problem with that was when I tried to go off and he like, no, man, all you got to do is go ahead over there and, hug your wife. That's all. You giving all these reasons and excuses, and then he just goes and hugs her, and then she hugs him back. So, yeah, just stop all the talking. I think all of them do a lot of talking all the time. If we could just stop doing so much talking and show each other that we care, we would be better off, And y'all, that is the end of this video. Y'all, this video, it says 1 minute and 19 seconds. Damn near 20 seconds and hour and 20 seconds down, okay? So now I got to edit this video down. It's probably going to be about an hour, I don't know. But yeah, I got to edit this video down, girl, okay? So I will talk to you ladies and gents later on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Also, y'all, Love and Marriage DC comes on Saturday. I'm so mad because that comes on back to back, and yeah, that's going to be really hard for me to get these videos out here, but I promise y'all I will be doing it because, yeah, I really want to review these shows. But yeah, they come on back to back on the same night, like literally an hour apart from each other. So yeah, y'all, I will be reviewing that, so I got to go ahead and edit this one and then put it up and then get some rest, I guess, and then tonight I got to, do my notes for both shows, okay? So yeah, I will talk to you ladies and gents later. Do not forget to subscribe, okay, and like the video, okay? I will talk to you ladies and gents later. Bye.